Hello. There we go. We got more Bastion. Should hopefully be some fun. Let me just make sure everything's working. Which seems to be a little bit weird. There we go. Just took my phone a second. Yeah, we're doing more
Hope
Bastion.
Queen Anne don't mind us borrowing from her treasury.
So, last we left off, we played Bastion, or we played through the start of the game, made it to about the halfway point. Yeah. We managed to get the Brusher's Pike, which is a weapon I remember very much enjoying when I first played this game.
Want to keep the wilds at bay, pack yourself a musket and a pike. They said Queen Anne was just a folktale. Now there's living proof she ain't.
What do you remember? Well, I hope you're doing well, Majima.
That gator's a crazy gal, but so is the gal who promised to look after her.
Hmm.
All that trouble for a single shard, but you know what? It was worth it.
I think I unlocked the... did I upgrade the armory or the thing last time? I upgraded that last time, so I'll upgrade the armory this time. Actually, no. Let's get the
Just the
distillery.
occasion to crack open the distillery's private reserve.
Let's see, what do we get now? More black tonic, which I might actually grab because that's very useful. Whereas lifeline is effectively second chance. I'm gonna grab black rye.
Black rye is like hot pineapple chowder on a cold day. Brings back memories.
Let's see.
To fix a brusher's pike, you just need a good length of knife bark. Can't be too careful these days.
Let's see. Anything new?
The next shard should be farther out there in the wilds.
Let's check out the proving ground for the Brusher's Pike, because I genuinely forget how this one goes. I don't think I ever did this one.
To prepare for the wilds, Ceylandia's brushers practice at Camp Dunce. Had to navigate a maze of pincushions with nothing but a pike. It's a dangerous test for a dangerous job. Health tonics were off limits at Camp Dunce. They said they made you weak.
Freaking mouse.
The rules said he couldn't use any fancy footwork, just your brains and your pike.
Where am I missing? Ow. Alright, I'm probably not getting anything but the third prize for this run. But this will save at least... There it is. This helped me with routing.
Just getting through the course in one piece was an accomplishment.
So who's pinging me? Alright, let's... here it is. Let's restart that, but
The
let's...
brushers were
try to do that
Ceylandia's
faster.
field agents, and their training was harsh. You had to find a path through the maze as quick as you could.
Okay.
One well-placed throw could take out several of those ugly critters.
Damn it. I'll make one more attempt at it, see if I can get it. Under 90 seconds. Maybe. I think if my mouse behaves, I can manage to get at least second prize.
Prep for the course, the brushers could modify their pikes however they wanted.
Come on. Ah. Mouse, please. You.
There wasn't time to squash every pincushion, just the ones in the way. If you did all right at Camp Dauncey, you got to go to the wild.
Second prize. Under 60 seconds. Yeah, unless sure I can do that.
You can see why the brushers prize those pikes of theirs.
I'm gonna need to upgrade my pike a bit. Let's go to Point Lemaine.
Know how Caelondia became the richest city in the world? 2 words. Point Lemaine. If the wild could ever be tamed, it was gonna happen right here. But now, the greatest outpost past the city line is nothing but a freak show. The army's triggers once had the place on lockdown.
Ah, he's my favorite gun in the game.
Kid might as well pick up where they left off. Blam! Just like my fighting days. Gun like that can even put the wilds in check. Point Lemaine seen better days for sure, but it ain't done.
Right.
Whole place shudders in a fit. The grand rail of Point Lemaine. Not only is it still there, it still works. Of course, it's no longer shipping hides and alloys and spices, but it can give the kid a lift. Just as long as he can stay clear of the trouble on the tracks.
Screw it.
The Grand Rail's all grown over with things the Calamity chewed up and spat out. Things eager to take back their turf. Kid lets a few of them slip by.
Ow.
Lunkheads settled in like they owned the place. Takes fancy footwork on the rail, what with wallflowers coughing fungus everywhere. Only one way to cure a cough like that. Place used to be closed off, but now it's split open like a rotten pineapple. Of course, the Grand Rail's seen much more fighting in bygone times.
Switch back to the machete.
Near on 50 years ago, first shots fired in the Ura-Celandian War. It was right here that Zulf's Ura forefathers decided to mix it up. Okay, so maybe we didn't get their sign-off on the whole Grand Rail thing. That was bad.
Ah, I got him.
The rail must have shook the Ura to the bone down in those dens of theirs. Not much wiggle room up there near the rail.
Should've stuck with the pike. There we go. Ow.
Well, the rail won't last much longer now that the kid took the shard. It's still got one good run in store for him, though. All the rotten wood there on the rails turned it into swampland central. Ever tried dancing side to side while holding your breath? While shooting a genuine registered army carbine? While choking on swamp weed? While peckers trying to prick you in the eye? Well, let me tell you, it ain't fun.
Fancy. Ow.
But then, at last, it's the end of the line. Should have seen him tiptoe around those swamp weeds in his way. Turns out he's got company up at the rail station, waiting for him.
Oh.
Not just another
Let's follow that in a
wallflower
second.
or pincushion, mind you.
Like, if you give some smile.
At first, he
doing
thinks
well.
it's Zulf. Turns out he's wrong. This is for you, says the man. Then wham. When the kid comes to, the man's long gone, but something else is there.
Damn, my fucking face. We got punched. What the fuck? Alright. Sealed note. Until letter addressed to Zia. Appears to be written by Zulf, who must have found another Ura survivor to deliver the message. Maybe Zulf taught Zia enough of their native language to be able to read this.
The only words Kid recognizes on that parchment are for Zia. Well, what's a kid to do? He took the shard, he took the hit, and he took that note.
I wonder what happened if you just... I guess it can sort of stop you from
That note
progressing, which
cuts
is not
straight to
really
the heart of
will
things, don't it?
progress. Let's see what Rex has to say about it.
Zulf's messenger was one of his people. Wondered just how many of them survived, and what exactly Zulf told him. Finding gourmet ingredients ain't easy these days, but we'll take what we can get. The note says it plain. Zia, go east to learn the truth about the calamity and our people. I'll be waiting. Sincerely, Zulf. Oh, his manners ain't so bad.
Hi, Amsky. I didn't know you were a fan. Makes sense, though. This is a really good game.
Machete and carbine still go well together, just like in the war.
That's fair. I haven't played either, but I felt like replaying it today.
It ain't too late to unlock the potential of this place. Kid arrives just in time to sample Zia's famous cooking.
Thank you for the gift sub, Smile.
The arsenal's complete, in case we need protection.
Got the Trevor Snare. I think I'm gonna stick with the pike. It's got a couple of these. Let's see.
That's the way to make every shot count. He wolfs down too much too fast, and it all goes to his head.
Maybe I should. I will see.
I've said a lot about the kid, but he ain't the only one wrapped up in all this.
If I end up having issues, I can turn off my prayers.
What's he
Let's see what we do.
thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tassel terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia. Her folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Ura refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. Mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father.
Really bad at throwing this. There we go.
Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him.
That. Come on.
Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mancers. It's for your own good, he said. She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs.
There we go.
At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city.
Ow. Love this
One
song.
young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him.
Alright, alright.
The young man convinced her to take him to her family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals.
There we go.
When the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out. The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult.
I might be in trouble here. Damn it.
Lost my train of thought there. It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals. They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal.
Okay, this is fine.
Well, you know how it goes.
You might come into this one if I fail this with to fill it up. Come on.
Her plan almost succeeded, but the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls. The young man had sent the authorities a tip. Told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tazzle terminals. She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Return to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free. Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in.
Oh, come on.
She did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand.
Oh, I might be fucked here. I can't.
Well, I digress.
Damn. I'm gonna swap out my gear for this because I need something faster. As much as I love the pike and the repeater, I think machete and musket are the way to go.
Just can't get enough of that good home cooking, can he? Knocks him into an uneasy sleep.
Alright, let's try this again.
What's he thinking? Well, let me see if I got this straight. I only heard it once. Once there was a normal Ura girl, but she wasn't born in the Tazzle terminals like the rest of her people. She was from Celandia. Folks were orphaned in the war, taken in and raised inside the city, on condition they would never return to the terminals. Ura refugees who came into the city had to stay for life. It was a way to reduce the risk of city secrets leaking out. The mama passed away from birthing complications, leaving the girl trapped inside that city with no one but her father. Her father was sharper than a brusher's pike, so he got a job working for the city's mancers. His daughter barely saw him. Her father told her nothing of her Ura heritage. He told her nothing of the Mancers. It's for your own good, he said. She took to studying the arts, learned more through music than history books, gained a knack for strings and songs.
Love the shotgun.
At first, she tried to be like other girls, but her classmates spread word that her father was an Ura trader, selling out the city. One young man stood up for her, or so he led her to believe. He knew much of her heritage, and she grew fond of him. Convinced her to take him to a family den to meet her father. Spoke of how he wanted to meet a man from the terminals. the young man greeted her father in the Ura's native language, her father flew into a fit of rage and threw them out.
I'd love to have a roleplay in a setting like Bastion. It's got so many cool things. Come on, this way. Ow.
The young man never told her that the Ura's native language is not to be used by foreigners. To do so is a terrible insult.
Be in a little bit of trouble here.
It was then that she decided to escape. The two of them could flee the city together and go to the Tassel terminals. They would hide inside a garbage bin until it got ingested by a scumbag, then let him slosh on out of the city for disposal. Succeeded, but the authorities were already there when that scumbag sidled up to the city walls. The young man had sent the authorities a tip, told him her father was using her to sell secrets to the Tassel terminals.
There we go.
She and her father were arrested for treason, but her father got a deal. Returned to work for the Mansers, and she'd go free. Before they parted ways for the last time, her father whispered a desperate plea. Hurry home to the den and lock yourself in. did as she was told, and deep down underground inside that den, she found a journal written in her father's hand. The next day, the door to the den turned to ash. The girl came up for air, and she saw the calamity all around her.
Close. We made it in the end. Oh. Ugh, big stretch. So who's pinging me?
When the kid wakes up, his world's still in pieces, just the way he left it.
Alright. Let's do a bit of work. Don't have anything to... That's good. Let's see, what do you got right now? Might be worth grabbing that. So I hope we're doing well. Actually, I'm gonna save it for upgrades. Nope. So I need a bit more, but I can get that later.
The shards are getting harder to find.
You know, let me do an upgrade, and then let's see what we can do about the...
Even the army never issued carbines in such fine shape.
There you go. Let's go do the carbine challenge. Where are you?
Caelandia's army only took the best, and the best of them trained on Trigger Hill. The Triggers believed they were nothing without their rifles.
I like how each weapon has like a little group associated with it.
Nothing beats the feel of shooting a Caelandian army carbine. Sometimes you had to take care to steady your shot.
Oh.
The Triggers had clearance to modify their guns however they chose. Some felt the course was too easy, so the Triggers spiced things up a bit. The kid ain't bad, but the Triggers were better.
I think I'll probably get third prize. Yeah, I could definitely get third prize. Let's try that again.
If you
Now I
want
have
to
a better
master
idea
the art
what's
of the
going on.
firearm, then the place to go is Trigger Hill. Sometimes you had to shoot from the hip. I had to keep moving to avoid getting burned. Kid blows through that course like it was nothing.
Nice.
The Ceylandian army would have recruited him in a flash.
Alright. Let's see what this ability does. So it's basically just like a power shot. Alright. I think I'm gonna rock hammer and carbine.
A hammer and an army carbine. When I was a fighting man, I used the very same.
I don't think I ever did much of getting the hammer. Oh yeah, I unlocked the thing, didn't I? The memorial.
The Triggers, my brothers, bravest men I ever knew.
Now I should be able to do a little more upgrading the hammer. Let's see.
Ain't never letting go of his old friend with a sturdy grip like that.
Let's do the hammer challenge because I don't think I ever beat it. I can't remember if I got second place. Guess I didn't. That's fine. Let's. Damn it, I probably fucked it there.
Had to work real fast for the finest prize.
40 seconds or less, okay. Damn it. Very close, though. I fucked up. I give it a few more tries. If I can't get it, then let's wait till I can afford the next upgrade. Ah, god damn it. What do you mean? What the fuck do you mean 27? Whatever. Okay. I guess it was showing me the second prize. Alright. I think I'll come back here. Once I have enough, memories for speed upgrade.
Not everything blew up in the Calamity. Why, Colford Cauldron here blew up way ahead of its time. The cauldron boiled over some 300 years ago. They say it filled the skies with ash and the lakes with molten rock. If you wanted to survive something like that, you had to learn to adapt.
See. Pop up over here. Yeah, I wish I saw that.
So in a way, the beasts of the wilds, they're all survivors too. It takes a certain stubborn pride to keep on living in a place like this. As for us, we learned an awful lot from Colford Cauldron. That learning led to some interesting inventions. The raw power of the world fell right into our hands.
Ow.
Playing with the cauldron's fires became an addiction.
Ow. I would have liked that. Damn.
Sure, we dusted off a good many secrets out here. But we discovered other things we're better off not knowing. Taste the air so hot it sticks to your lungs.
Ow.
All sorts of awful things crawling underfoot. You can cook those things, but you can't eat them. Never thought we'd find so much life in all that ash.
Excuse me. Bird destruction.
We kept on sifting through the
There it
cauldron's
is.
secrets anyway.
I think I'm gonna switch back to the classics.
The more ash we swept aside, the more life we found. Place as inhospitable as they come. But still we pressed on. After all, when we look down inside Colford Cauldron, look down through all the smoke and flames, we saw in there the heart of the world, the heart now laid bare by the calamity.
Come on, hit it.
We had to have it. As for the kid, he just has to get that shard out of there. Too bad taking that thing woke up every last stink eye from here to Charleston Bog.
I love how all the enemies are named like sort of like rude terms for things.
Kid's thinking he's got to trek all the way back around the cauldron. Luckily, the cauldron cooked up a little shortcut for him. Sure, it ain't the most convenient path. biggest stink eye he's ever seen's waiting for him on the other side. Well, it ain't polite to stare. And where there's one stink eye, there's always more. The cauldron's tenants all gather up to bid the kid a fond farewell. Kid don't shed any tears for him, though.
Oops. Thought that was a path. It's not.
With a good spyglass, you can still see the cauldron from the city. But all the fires died out. There's nothing left of it.
Ooh.
It comes back looking like the inside of a chimney. We're all a little short on friends these days, so that's a welcome sight. He ain't big on small talk. They said the wild could never be tamed. If only they could see us now.
He keeps telling me I got something new, but I don't know what I got new. Well, I guess I got the fire bellows.
The culture, a still life of old unwanted keepsakes.
Alright, let's do a little bit of upgrading, since we have fuckloads of money.
A sail hammer's only as strong as its spine. And that's a strong spine. He put some finishing touches on the business end of that thing.
I should have upgraded the machete. Whatever. Oh, yeah. Up, good
The
job.
shard works like a charm. You can hear the monument's heartbeat again.
Let's upgrade the fence.
The memorial may be finished, but our part is far from over. The faith. Mother, this one's for you. no longer a weapon, it's a precision instrument. The inspiration. A forge can fashion anything.
Big profits. Alright, let's...
A solid frame can put an extra sting in every slice. Now we're looking at some serious firepower.
I feel like upgrade like another thing.
The city, its riches nothing but fragments now.
See anything I want from here? Let's go grab that so I can upgrade the repeater.
Takes a careful touch to rattle those bones like that. You don't want to know what he did to that thing, but believe me, it works.
Fully upgraded repeater. So that might make my
We
life
spotted
easier.
a pecker carrying a shard to Mount Zand.
Let's see. Make my life a bit easier with this one. Ugh. I love the design of the repeater. It's such an interesting weapon. It's like a little SMG built out of a... Oh shit. I might just restart this one. I'm gonna restart this one. With hopefully a lot less falling off the thing. A little bit silly of me. Oh, god damn it. Yeah, that's fine.
Expert trappers got something extra to give him an edge.
There's the second prize. 64. I think that's all of them I need to hit. I'll give it another try. I think I can get it done. I need to take it a bit slower. Yeah, whatever. I don't usually use this weapon anyways. Wait, did I upgrade the hammer? Yes, I did. Okay. Yeah, I'm not getting that. Let's check out the bellows proving ground.
Welcome to Grady Incinerator, home of the hottest wings east of Caelandia. In all seriousness, the incinerator was a dump, and it had a problem with peckers. Blasted things would swoop in and spread trash all around, until we started using fire. We couldn't just torch them all at once. We had to use restraint. The Peckers were willing to fight tooth and nail for all that trash.
Some upgrades for this thing might be in order. Oh, I definitely want to do this. Like, at least get second place. So I want to get that. I want to get the something sharp because that'll let me fully upgrade my machete.
You'd almost think those Peckers like getting cooked.
Let's see.
At least it won't get cold around here with that thing around. On the inside, a fire bellows ain't nothing like its more popular air-spitting cousin. Without an insulated air intake, that thing's liable to blow up on you.
Okay, that should make it a bit more doable.
Know how we kept the city clean? We put all our trash in a gritty incinerator. Beggars that flock together were easy pickings. Keeping the incinerator clean was a paying job, but not a pleasant one.
Okay, second prize. I think I might be able to do that. I'll try it again. Ah, close. You know, I could roll through that though. That might speed things up a bit. Let's try it again. Okay. Let's. Good start, good start. Come on. That's so close. I can do this. I can do this.
Too bad we can't all fly.
I just need to get lucky with the initial positioning. Come here. I think that's gonna cost me there. Yeah, this is not gonna be it. No, I don't think I can get this. Fuck it. I got second place. That was the important thing because I want to get that something sharp so I can get my last upgrade for my machete. Which I need far more money than before, but I might have enough with
The cinders kept the city good and warm, made it thrive.
Still not enough. Okay. Mountain's End.
Can't rightly call Mount Zand a mountain anymore. There's no more mountains now. There's no place left for the beasts of the wild to go. So they figure they'll hold out right here, on a slab of mountain the Calamity forgot. Good thing for those beasts the Calamity saved leftovers.
Stuff? Hang on.
We only found their little lair because they found themselves a little shard. Those beasts been hoarding all the valuables they could find.
Ow.
The creatures of the wild, they've been building a bastion of their own.
Ow. Sneaky little bugger.
Best thing we can do for those beasts right now is put them down quick and clean. Besides, we have to take back what's ours.
Forgot about this weapon.
Even if the beasts of the wilds won't like it. What the city left behind, those beasts took for themselves. It's a delicate situation. Takes a lot of convincing, and our mortars have to do the talking. Look at it this way. It's either them or us. But if we win, they win too. Our bastion is everybody's gain, not just ours.
Yo, let's go. Level up. Also the conscience.
Unfortunately, there's no explaining that to a simple beast. Those beasts been hard at work fixing up the place.
It's interesting that game frames these all as like
They've
sort of
rounded
like
up their survivors, just like we have.
frames them all as like sort of like animals, like not really super thinking things. But they're smart enough to build like stuff like this, like a little Bastion. I think it speaks a lot to how the Ceylonians think. They're very much
They've been searching for cores and shards, just like we have.
they're very much imperialists. But they don't see themselves like that.
Maybe they've thought about turning back, just like we have. We just really need their shard. Kid got it fair and square.
Easier if I had a different weapon.
That's the way. He's done what's best for him, don't you worry. Don't you worry. We'll all be better off once the Bastion is complete. Fixed that thing right up, didn't we? Made these goings-on a little livelier.
What?
Walk by
I
a
like
kid
the
with a
alien
machete and a mortar. You just keep on walking.
Alright, let's see.
Live wine so rich, they say it's brought men back from the brink for one last taste. That mortar's gonna leave a lasting impression.
Alright, let's...
The conscience. We haven't lost everything, long as we have that. Suppose it's true a little song can put things in perspective.
Oh, I see. It's like a little music player. That's a lot of damage.
The monument's getting better. Zolf sure did a number on it, though.
Yeah, let's upgrade Lost and Found.
We need an awful big lost and found under the circumstances.
Also, sure, I can upgrade my machete before we go. There we are.
Now that's what I call a knife.
Do a little bit of shopping. Ooh, that's fun. I think... I'm gonna buy some of these in the name of getting that one memorial done. See if I can buy this all out. Destroy that piece by piece. I thought there was one for having... Oh, yeah, there it is. I need 3 more secret skills. Okay. Which I think in here there is... Excuse me, Zio. I got 2 more, and then I can probably get one from one of the challenges, I imagine.
Just a couple shards left. The quarry's gotta have one, right?
No, I want to go here. No, I want to go here. Let's see if we can get the mortar done.
Celandia's armada was a glorious sight, and our ship's mortars were unstoppable. At Boundless Bay, our Navy put those mortars through a rigorous inspection. Had to use squirts to simulate explosive impact on the surface of the sea. Galleon skippers needed to be patient, needed to fire at just the right times. Sounds like the kid's mortar's in tip-top shape.
Second prize. I can get A.
If you got a thing for heavy artillery, then I've got the place for you.
Okay.
A variety of modifications could be used to enhance the power of a mortar. If a galleon mortar couldn't squish enough squirts, it was simply replaced.
let's cycle a little bit.
You could almost see the fireworks over Boundless Bay.
Nice.
Good thing we got to that mortar before the beasts of the wild learned how to use it.
Okay. See if we can give it. Actually, I guess not. I don't have much money. I'm gonna switch things back over to the scrap basket, the machete. Wait, no, did I get a thing? I did!
The skippers delivered us from the motherland.
Let's get...
Thought of an old trick from a galleon gunner I once knew.
Alright. To the quarry!
Imagine everything you'd need to build a city like Caelondia. It takes hard work and planning, and it also takes a burstone quarry. The Ura tunnels beneath the quarry must have softened the blow from the calamity. We bought the whole place from the Ura on the cheap. Same goes for its natives, rattletails. Why would the Ura put up with those pests? Rattletails ain't the worst of it either, but more about that in a little bit. The quarry came with a lifetime supply of windbags. Windbags smaller than the naked eye can see are nesting in those rocks. Not only are these rocks a source of life, we found that the oldest ones remember things.
Ow!
But there was even more to it than that.
Okay, this is like a
The
puzzle.
quarry's secrets ain't exactly obvious.
Hey, he's my friend now, I guess.
They're recording everything, all the time, taking it all in. No wonder all those beasts were drawn to the quarry. The rocks were calling them.
Damn, I lost one of my friends.
Keeping the quarry free from pests turned out to be a problem. Windbags tended to the rocks, so we had to keep the Rattletails at bay. Rattletails kept tunneling in to snack on windbags. Without those windbags, the quarry might not have its special qualities.
Alright. So I gotta go flip this. I see. Alright.
Now, why would the Ura sell off such a fascinating place? The Ura always were a superstitious lot. Might be the gods told them the quarry's bad news.
What's over here? Did I miss a weapon? Ow.
Even stink eyes started taking root in here.
Ow. No, I've been here. Normally they have the arsenal when there's like a weapon in a mission. I think I might have missed it. Shit. Really the obvious.
On top of that, you know the Ura hated anything above ground. Might be the quarry just got too much sunshine for their liking. In any case, it's fair to say the quarry was a godsend. Those rocks, all polished to a mirror sheen. The largest ones, you know as cores. A single core could keep the lights on in an entire city district.
Oh. Oh. Thought I soft-locked myself for a moment there.
The smaller ones, we call them shards. A shard's got a fraction of a core's power, enough to fuel a voyage to the motherland.
Shit. I completely forgot about this level, to be entirely honest. Oh, shit. This might be a problem.
Well, now the quarry's
never mind.
all dried up. These rocks are much too young to be of use. Remember how I said rattletails ain't the worst thing in the quarry? That honor goes to a beast we took to Colin, Sir Lunky. Massive things stomped many of our boys. We just couldn't get rid of him. The only thing harder than the rocks in Bastion Quarry is Sir Lunky's head. We never could get stubborn old Lunky to leave the quarry alone. Then the kid hears a voice calling from down the hall. "Are you all right?" it says. It's him. "I've come to warn you," he says.
Ugh.
The Bastion is under siege. Let it fall. You should not go back. Kid hears him, but he ain't about to be deterred. "If that's the way it is," he says, "then I won't stop you. Because my countrymen will." Say what you will about Zulf, but he's a man of his word. His countrymen don't much care for pleasantries, though. Zulf showed him the way here, and here they came to take revenge. They got inside the Bastion and shut the door. Kid's gotta go in through the back. I should have told him sooner about all this. To make matters worse, seems the Ura took the girl.
Do it this way first. Nice.
Unfortunately, they broke in, and they started digging their holes. Something wrong sprung out of those holes, and it's eating away at this place. We tried to stop them, but we needed help. Our baby pecker, he don't make it.
Damn it.
squirt.
Fucker.
They don't make it. Somehow, some way.
I was close to saving the.
Problem is, it didn't matter. Zolf's plan worked.
God damn it.
We find each other as the dust settles. Then I tell him why the Ura came. To get us back. For the calamity. It was Caelondia's master plan to wipe the Ura out. But part of that plan backfired, didn't it? If only Zolf knew the whole story. What were we to think? They must have got her, taken her back to her rightful home. We talk a little here and there. The shards can put this disease in remission, but there's only one cure. We need to finish what we started. The Mercy. The windbags ain't the only beast that drew a bad lot. Seems the gods recommended this place to all their friends. Now all we need is one last shard. The sanctuary. If we can build, we can rebuild.
Alright.
The marshals would have been downright jealous.
Those.
The service for all the men and women who serve
Service.
Caelondia.
And while we're at it, let's get. Oh, there's something burnt. Let's finish upgrading first before I start buying gods. Let's see.
Wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of those. gods are gonna help.
I just need to get one for Rothus and Olak, which I don't know how to get. I think Bastion's what's the word? Bastion's system of gods is very interesting to me. Because each god represents an aspect and its inverse. So, for example, Hinsa, the Veiled Widow, represents both pain and pleasure. Pith represents commotion and order. Lemaine, hope and despair. Oath and abandon for Akobi. I feel like that's a very fun system. Because, like, you get your gods being able to punish them with the lack of their absence. It lets them be villains as well as good characters. Be seen in, like, different lights. Do I want any of these? I think I'll stick with just having the two for now. Might do a run later.
The Ura swooped down from the east. At least now we know the way.
Let's see. I'm gonna do this real quick because I have a fully upgraded weapon. So
Always time for juice and squirts, they used to say.
Might be able to get the upgrade material.
At least the little fellas can't feel a thing. Some squirts tried to flee on instinct. Place gets awful slick sometimes. Best to put them away first, before they rile up the others.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try that again.
The ranch was always looking for good help.
Maybe worth getting Stab and Synth, just to help. The problem is that Trying to hit so many moving targets with what is effectively the shortest range melee weapon in the game, which is also at the same time the slowest ranged weapon. Where the fuck is it? Come on. Might pay to focus. Come on. Oh my god. There we go. Might pay to focus on killing the runners first, because
there's always more squirts.
all the other ones are either non-mobile or going to chase me. That's definitely the strategy.
Kid makes short work of them things.
Okay, I'm learning the strat. Was that technically not under... Actually, I guess it is. 60 seconds. Yeah, I can do that. Okay, I think this is doable. Okay, I gotta restart it. I think I would have had it on the last one if I didn't mess up killing the turrets. Come on. There we go. Nah, fucked up. Give it a couple more tries. If I can't do it, then I'll have it. Okay, I just don't think I'm gonna get this. I'll give it one more shot. If I don't get it, then yeah. I don't know if I, you'd think it'd like spread in like a consistent like. I'm gonna reset this. I'm gonna get there in time. I think if I can like nuke most of the most of the squirts, come on. Get up. I think I got them all. So close. I was literally 2 seconds off. Alright. Well, I'm gonna...
Kids taking every precaution before setting off in search of you-know-who.
No, I tried. Let's go back for the hand grenade.
One last shard. It's all we need to put this mess behind us. And mother, what a mess it is. A mess like that could have only been made by hand.
D1, morning.
Zolf said the calamity failed, and he's right. The Ura stand is living proof of that.
I love the look of the era. Got like a lot of very pretty, well-patterned claws. Makes them feel like very... Day 2.
At the heart of the calamity was a simple idea. We never wanted to go to war again. Wanted to rule it out.
Alright, anyways.
We put a lot of folks against that problem. Scientists, soldiers, spies, even me.
What was I saying? Makes them feel really
We sought
distinct from the
solutions
Ceylonians.
far beyond the city. We traveled near as far as the kid's going right now.
Feel very distinct from the Ceylonians with their blacks and reds. We have to riff on their aesthetics for a character at some point.
Most of our efforts didn't bear fruit. Then there was a breakthrough, but it didn't come from one of our people.
Something fancy. I'm gonna keep exploring first. I think there was a second path. It's not. Or maybe there was. Ow. Aha! It would be worth it.
It came from an Ura, a brilliant young scientist named Ven. Ven worked for the Mancers, the sharpest knives in the city's drawer. With his help, the Mancers devised a way to seal the Ura tunnels shut in a flash. Just like that, every last Ura living in the Tassel terminals will be gone.
They tried.
This discovery was never to be used, they said, except as a last resort. But Ven didn't like being manipulated. He had plans of his own. You sabotaged the Mancer's little science project, set it to blow up in their faces.
Can you get down there? I should be able to, I think. No? Okay, guess not.
Imagine how Van must have felt when they finally made him pull that trigger. But remember, the Bastion can fix everything. We just need that shard.
Damn.
Too bad the Ura ain't exactly been willing to collaborate on that front. For now, Kid had little choice but to pick up where the Calamity left off. First things first, though. There's someone we figured needed rescuing. Zia. The Ura fell back, no doubt planning the next move, but we knew ours already. Keep your chin up, kid, I tell him. There's something we had to do before going after that last shard.
Zoltan's hollow.
Well, now it's personal, ain't it? It's personal for him, and it's personal for me. It's not the time to get reckless.
Harmony cannon.
He gets his hands on the care package I sent him. It's a little something I've been fixing up in my spare time.
It's like a charge launcher.
They got their own security and everything. Pretty fancy, even. Still, they ain't used to having visitors around. They've got these conductors that are all what's keeping the place together.
So not very good for dealing with stink eyes.
Those rocks are like tumors, the same kind the Ura planted in the Bastion. Break enough of those things and the Calamity rocks slink back into the ground. Well, the Ura must be in a panic right about now.
No, I'll keep using it.
They even sick their little rattletail pets on the kid.
Okay, you know what? I think I am going to switch back to the muskets. Me.
Kid's done using the Calamity's power for now, but the Ura ain't finished. Kid's picking the whole place apart, piece by piece. By now, every Ura from here to the terminals must know he's in town. Most of the Ura's conductors are squared away in the middle of the hollow. But they're easy targets. The Ura keep hanging on to that barricade. After all, their homeland's not much farther. Those Calamity rocks must be eating that place apart from the inside.
That's progress.
Maybe they know they've lost this. Lost to a kid. They underestimated us. Had us pegged all wrong. Yes, our people caused the calamity, but here we are trying to fix it. Did the Ura really think we just turn around and walk away? Shame the opportunity for civilized discourse is over.
Alright, so I guess this way was progress, so... Let's make sure we aren't...
Some of them are downright bewildered by what's happening.
There we go.
Suppose old Zolf should have got to know us better. Maybe I should have trusted him. Told him everything I knew.
Oh shit, breaking these gets you more, all of these gets you more stuff. Damn. I'd go back and get the rest, but
As the hour grows desperate, the Ura bring out their big guns. There's nothing standing in his way no more. He sees the Tazzle terminals loom large on the horizon. All those dreams, snuffed out in the calamity, will bring him back. Way out there on the edge of the world, that's where he finally finds you. But it ain't like Prosper Bluff this time. Ain't nothing for this gal to sing about now. Zia, you weren't kidnapped. No, ma'am. You just had to see what happened to the Ura. To your own people.
Yippee!
You had to see if everything Zolf wrote to you was true. Sure you didn't drop that twangy thing on purpose? Just to see if he'd go after you? They lost everything, didn't they? But they just keep on fighting like that's gonna bring it all back. I don't need to see what happened to the Ura. I'm trying to undo it, remember?
Got the Calamity Cannon. Actually. Experimental ranged weapon. Too unwieldy to lock onto targets. Blast cards, area damage. The Masters not only theorized about the raw forces of the world, they've developed blueprints on how to unleash them. I suppose this... Oh, is here? Let's see.
First step to learning the Calamity Cannon is knowing about the machinery overrides.
Get a little bit extra cash.
The country, she's all to pieces now, but still looking good.
Oops. Let's see. Did I break anything? No, we seem fine. Alright. I'm gonna try the master trial first. Just need chicken here. I could grab that. I'm gonna get the... do the master trial first.
Once the kid gets that last shard from Zolf, it'll all be over.
See what we might need to adjust with the Calamity Cannon.
The Ura probably didn't know they were being watched from Mancer Observatory. It was the perfect spot to test something no one's meant to know about. Only trouble was, something about the place drove the windbags crazy. Hefty thing like that takes getting used to. Gotta point her in the right direction. Best stand well clear of that impact.
Oh, this is hard.
Whatever gets in her way is in the world of her, but she ain't the fastest thing. When the
Damn it.
windbags caused enough trouble,
Ah, it was close
the
though.
Mansers conducted their most secretive research far east of the city. You could cause a lot of collateral damage with her if you ain't careful.
Damn it.
The more crowded it gets, the more trouble you could cause with a single shot. She's designed to be fine-tuned, you just need the proper parts. Not much left of the observatory when the smoke clears.
4 more conductors. That's kind of an ask. Maybe if I can get this thing
If
like
the power of the calamity is
separated.
safe in anybody's hands, it's safe in his.
Let's throw. Two. Hmm.
Good thing I didn't throw away the manual. Now, who would have taught a kid to do a thing like that?
Alright. Maybe we'll come back to that one later. For now, Tesla terminals. I guess this is the final mission of the game. Anything else I want to do before I go? Yeah, let's just double check to make sure there aren't any things I can do.
Part of the rippling walls floated by, so I caught the kid's old knapsack.
Ha.
It's hard to sleep easy these days, what with everything that's happened. Zolf, very soon the kid's gonna have to face that man again. for the last time.
My chair just did a thing. There we go.
They met on the worst day of Zulf's life. There in the Hanging Gardens, he aimed to throw it all away. It wasn't the first time Zulf had nothing to lose. He was born to a simple Ura couple who didn't last long before plague took him. He grew up hungry in the tunnels of the Tazil terminals, so he took to stealing from a Ceylandian missionary living there.
I might take off the spread.
He once got sloppy with his thieving hands. The missionary caught him, but didn't rat him out. Instead, he offered to take him in. That missionary raised Zulf like a gentleman, like it was his own son. Taught him theology, history, and mercy. When the missionary passed away, Zulf promised to continue his work to bring about a lasting peace between the Ura and Ceylandia. Zulf started teaching the missionaries wisdom to any Ura who would listen, and listen they did.
Okay, let's see. enemies somewhere.
He advocated tolerance and argued that the Ura should atone for the war. He believed the city had much to teach his people. It's all right. However, Zolf felt he could only do so much in the Tassel terminals. He needed Caelondia to know the Ura had changed. He decided to do what the missionary did many years before. He left the city of his youth to brave a savage land. The journey was hard, but he knew how to fend for himself. And then at last, Zolf saw the rippling walls on the horizon. He endeared himself to city folk straight away, and in turn he fell in love with the city and its people. One in particular. This young lady was fascinated by the Ura, but she never met anyone like Zolf. She told him she knew all the city's best-kept secrets. The Hanging Gardens was their favorite spot. It was there that Zolf clasped her hands and proposed in proper Caelondian style. He celebrated with his friends long into the night. Joy and revelry like he'd never seen. Too bad he couldn't remember it all. He woke up alone underground inside the Ura-Celandian War Memorial, built like an Uraden. But something was wrong. He emerged from that hole in the ground into a waking nightmare. Everything that wasn't gone was twisted upside down. The world was frozen, air thick with ash. What few faces he saw on the street stared back at him with gray and vacant eyes. He found his wife-to-be asleep inside her home, but when he reached out to her, she joined with
Good
all
time,
the
well
ashes
timed
in the
level up there.
sky. And so Zolf returned to where he proposed in the Hanging Gardens. And there he stood, as if the gods would answer him.
Whew.
The kid's gonna be okay. As for that man, who knows?
Alright. I think I'm gonna buy something and then we're gonna do the last mission. Let's get absinthe.
Stay absinthe is like drinking a cool breeze. Just don't go spitting needles everywhere. Don't want that thing leaving your hands until you decide it's time.
Spend all our money. Alright.
The Mancers, they knew everything, even if it cost them.
Let's get... grab us something for you. Grab a fancy as well. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna take the spread on the Turbo Shitty off. This is the wrong one. I wanna go here. Cause like the spread on that's fucking crazy. Because I was thinking, like, you know, you get multiple blade, because all it says is one blade per throw. I assume that would just be like one blade in the middle, and then it splits down like the sides. But it doesn't imply that at all. I'm just gonna flip this over to full crit damage. I'm gonna do that. That should hopefully make my life a lot easier. Alright. To the Tassel terminals.
I can't hear him at all anymore. He's too far away. But he'll be alright.
It's custom like butter now.
The Calamity hit the Tassel terminals hardest of all. No chance anything survived. You know why Zolf went back there. The place was his home. All his old friends and family were there. Taken by the Calamity. Zolf must be there all alone, just waiting. You know what's funny? All of us are waiting for a kid. Look around. There's not much left to do here in the Bastion, I'm afraid. So why not tell each other stories to pass the time, right?
Shotgun's putting in the fucking work.
But Zia, there's another reason I've been telling you all this. There's something I want you to understand. When the kid brings back that shard, the Bastion will be complete. What happens to Zulf will no longer matter. This disease the Earth planted here will go away.
You're giving me a lot of potions. I don't remember the Ura dropping this many.
Zealandia will be whole again. Everything will be back to normal. Everyone will be all right.
Oh.
Problem is, we'll all be gone.
Maybe? This is a really hard
We're
area.
not gonna die. It's more like all of this will just stop. Things will go back to the way they used to be. That's the power of the Bastion.
Alright, now it's back to normal.
This whole place is a living record of the times before the calamity.
Neat.
You'd be your old self again. Think of all those times that didn't go your way.
Forgot about hopscotch. Wow.
You follow me? setbacks. Imagine if you could have another go at him.
I noticed that there's like some stuff around the border. Very strange.
No mistakes. Anyone you've ever heard. Everything you've ever done, you could do it over. And wouldn't that be grand? Wouldn't you agree? Well,
Up I go.
I guess there's nothing more to say.
Oh. Not that far.
Ah, who am I kidding? Look. There's something else. A confession. How come I know so much about the Bastion?
Ow. Damn it. God damn it. I am having a hard time.
Well, I designed the place, but that's beside the point.
There we go. I can see why they give you so many tonics. This jumping's a little bit janky.
There's one problem with a place that sets things back to a bygone time. You can't test it. So you're probably wondering if the calamity happened already. What's to stop it from happening again after the Bastion does its thing? The answer is... I don't know. You're wondering if there ain't some other way out of this mess. It's all right. I can tell. But why would you even want another way? Unless you wanted to stay here with us.
This way? Ah, it is this way. why they have pith doors here, because they're like very. There's a certain way towards the gods.
Well, that's sweet and all, but
I feel like depicting.
I don't
them
know
as
if I can stick
sounds like-
around. The weight of the calamity. It's on our shoulders. We can't just let it go.
Beneath the battering ram, that's the reason.
Bastion does have another function, strictly speaking.
Where do I go again?
If ever the monument blew out, and we couldn't repair it, we could still
There it is.
evacuate. First, we'd round up as many folks as we could carry. Next, we'd detonate the cores, and we'd take off. Away from here. Heavy, ain't it?
It's I enjoy that this. I'm pretty sure like the entire game is just Rux telling Zia what happened over the journey.
You know Zolf and his countrymen won't be giving up that shard without a fight, don't you? Zolf and the Ura. All they want now is to see the Bastion fall. Zolf dedicated his life to a lasting peace between the Ura and Celandia. He can't have imagined the city would try to wipe the Ura out. Zolf ain't lost every shred of decency, though, has he? He tried to warn you about his plans. He tried to warn the kid.
I'm just gonna collect this real quick, don't mind me.
For Zolf, this ain't a personal matter. It ain't a simple matter of pride either. One thing's for sure, the Ura can't be happy that the kid followed Zolf all the way home.
Now, do we move on or take Zolf with us? Actually, let me see if I can. Uh, I don't know how to, I don't know how to start a poll. Because I know there's a way you can do it. Start a prediction, but that's not a poll. There's a way to do a poll. Uh, I think I can just. We love Scuff. It costs channel points, so whatever. I think, like, genuinely, like, this is probably was one of my favorite games as a kid. So I'm very happy I got the chance to stream it. Looks like we're taking him. Though, to be fair, it's as if there's any other choice.
I can see it now. The kid in one corner, and Zolf in the other. Ain't much of a fight. Don't you worry, though. Once the Bastion's restored, it'll all be alright.
Oh, shit.
You ain't still thinking about that whole leaving the city thing, are you?
I see your star, you left it burning for me.
Who's that? Riga!
I'm here. Eyes open wide,
Kid's probably dealt with Zolf by now.
your heart and it's growing.
It reminds me of myself when I was his age. I ever tell you about those days? Hey, kid. Get up, kid. Come on, that ain't funny. I say get up. That's more like it. Now, set that shard into the monument there. Then we'll talk. The Bastion. It's finally finished. Now, there's something I want you to see. Welcome to the heart of the Bastion. I ain't one for long goodbyes, so here's the deal. Zia and I figure you done the heavy lifting, so you get to do the honors. We can tell you how to work this thing if you got any questions.
If you leave Zulf, kill them all with the battering ram. It's a very tough fight because you're fighting like all of them.
Don't be shy now. Hey, kid. You can undo the calamity here and now. Go on, kid. And before I forget, thank you. Always wondered what the motherland was like. Not that it matters anymore. Zulf only brought more ruin to the Ura. No wonder they didn't take kindly to him. You've got one thing left to do, so you hang on to that badge. Besides, you earned it. Don't let anything you've done get to you. You can save all those creatures here and now.
You made it. So, let's see. You can either prevent the calamity, or stick around with me and Rex. I'd hate to be in your shoes.
It's nice that they let you actually hear her at the end of the game.
If I could be any place I wanted, I'd stay right here. We could go anywhere in the world. Zulf tried to talk me into joining him. I tried to talk him out of it. I guess we both failed. When I finally found my people, I told them we could help. They just took me for a traitor. Glad you showed up. Any moment I'd want to live again happened after the calamity, not before.
Well, now we have a choice to make. Uh, do we restore the world? Bringing everything back to how it was, but us not remembering what happened? Or do we remain in the current world? Destroyed and shatters, millions lost, but with the things we've learned. I can't create another poll. I think there's like a cooldown on it, so just tell me in chat what y'all think. On the one hand, we could fix everything, but is the world before really any good? Land of imperialists. But we could evacuate, leave everything behind, try to forge a new world, but all the death we just caused would have been for effectively nothing. Who's to say anything would change with the old world? Who's also to say that it couldn't happen again with the new one? Alright. Let's return to the world before.
It's finished. Now, sit tight. It'll be over soon. No matter what happens next, you're done good. I suppose all that's left is to try and remember this moment. The Bastion's gonna take us back to a better time, before any of this. Might be we'll forget everything you've done, and each other. Though after all we've been through, I find that hard to believe. So long, kid. Maybe I'll see you in the next one. Ceylandia, we're coming home.
Maybe. Maybe not. You can't test a machine like this. That was Bastion. Zolf gets to be with his wife again. Or his fiancée, I suppose. I think Bastion, out of like most of the games I've played, has a very large impact on me as I've grown. Taught me a lot of how I tell stories, what sort of themes I like. It's a very important game to me. It also started out this company, Supergiant. They were able to make such like wonderful games like Transistor and Pyre and Hades the second. I'm very thankful to this game because it could have probably very easily not existed. At this point, Supergiant was just some tiny little fucking indie company that hadn't made anything. But people gave it a chance, and while not amazingly popular, I believe it received some critical acclaim. Also, it's got sick-ass music. Fucking love this game's soundtrack. Bastion, my beloved. Yeah. I'm gonna... Ooh. Thank you for the bits! I don't think I can cut the stuff, so I'm just gonna... I guess I can just kind of let it play out then. Let's see. No? Oh, we just gotta sort of sit here, don't we? That's fine. I don't think it's gonna be super long. As for things to do from now, might see if I can play another game. I'm not sure if I'm gonna pick up Transistor and play that, because I could. I do have Transistor. That might also be fun. But it could also be fun to play something else. I've been wanting to play Control for a while. At the massive recommendation of Bibis. Along with that, and a Dream Barbecue is a game I've been waiting to play on stream for a little bit. We'll have to see. Aside from that, we got Journey. I have heard of Journey. I play. I've played through it. I don't have it right now, sadly, but wonderful game. Very beautiful. I've also played the. I think it's made by the same people. Sky, the Children of Light. It's like Journey if it was an MMO. It's great. Vegan Plus. We're not going to be doing that because that's a lot of game. Yeah, I had a wonderful time streaming this. I expected it to take a bit longer, but you know that's fine. I think. There's also score attack mode. Either way, I hope you all enjoyed watching my playthrough of Bastion. Yeah, let me figure out who to raid. If anyone's streaming right now. Uh, Looks like Bivis is doing some model work. So I think I'm gonna throw y'all at her. Celia said hello. Yee. Uh, Hope you enjoyed my playthrough. We're probably gonna be back tomorrow. Doing some more meat rack. We might be playing some Roswell. Uh, Depends on Sizzle. We'll check with them. Uh, in the meantime, I shall see you all later. Bye bye. Till Bibis said hi.
A couple of times now, and it's really, really good.